We are back. We are back. We are back. We should be back. Hopefully we're back. I think we're back. We might be back. Stupid fucking router. All right. If it does it again, I'll have to buy the new router. Dillybug says, "Hey Derek, hey Dillybug, how are you doing? How you doing? Hope you're having a great day." Kodesh says, "Geez, what happened there? LOL. My internet cut out. It's been doing that the last couple streams. I think it might be my router. I'm not 100% sure though. Like, I don't think it's my internet. I think it's my router. I might have to buy a new router. I was just looking on Amazon, but I just updated the firmware because there was a firmware update. So we'll try that, and if that doesn't work, then we will probably have to buy a new router. This is my guess. What I'm guessing. What I'm guessing. Router or modem? Router, I'm pretty sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, normally, you know, it's your modem, but I think it's my router because I just, like, if I restart my router, the internet comes back on. Like, I don't have to restart the modem or anything. I mean, I guess there's always the ability that while I'm restarting the router that the internet's coming back on, like it's only going out for a minute. I don't know, but I think it's my router. Dilly says, I'm good, thanks. I hope you're having a good day too. I hope the Wi-Fi internet problems ease up. Yeah, well, like it's weird too because it only does it like one time per stream. At least that so far, that's all it's done. Like it'll do it like after about like an hour to an hour and a half of streaming, it'll do it. And then I'll have to restart everything, and then it won't do it again the rest of the stream, no matter how long I stream. So I don't know. It's weird. I almost think it's something with my router. So I don't know. We'll see if updating the firmware fixes it. If not, I'll just order a new router, try it. I always get the cheap routers, so, you know, like $60. So whatever. If I got to buy a new one, I do. It don't matter. Anyways, what I was asking right before we lost internet there, Cody, is so have you like found out how to read your analytics yet? Like well or no? Like to really understand what it is that you're looking for in your analytics? But he says, what do you mean? Like, I mean, there's so much information, but like, I mean, obviously, like, I mean, I guess watch time and click-through rate, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I mean. Because it's just not as much as I should, to be honest. That's my problem. Like, I know it, I understand it, but I don't feel like I understand it enough. Or like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, Nike Shade Walker. Thanks for the like on Facebook, man. I appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you. How's your day going, brother? How's work? Shade says, yo, Derek, my man. Yo, Shade, how's work going for you today, brother? Cody says, I look at each video stats in the app, and then I just get happy or sad according to how the video does. And then I get sad for 2 to 4 hours and get over it, and then I get back happy. Make more content. Shay says, you know I got you. Cody says, but to be honest, man, I need to. Me too. Let's see. Let's see if we can figure out how. What the fuck? TikToks that feel illegal to watch. That's funny. How to read YouTube analytics data. A very basic YouTube tutorial for beginners. How to read step-by-step tutorial. Think Media. Think Media is good. Oh, and YouTube Creator has a 2.9 views, 5 minutes, 36,000. Shade said it's honestly a slow day. Drive 2 hours away to do one job, then one more scheduled this afternoon. That's it though, but I'll likely pick up at least one more. So how does that work? Like on a slow day, like do you still get paid for a full days of work, like at least 8 hours, or do you get paid per job? Like how does your shit work? How to read YouTube analytics and act on the data. All right, you know what? We're just gonna go through all of these. We'll start with the basic one.
Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I mean, I always say in today's video, this is what we're going to talk about, but you guys have read the title, so you obviously know what we're going to talk about. In just about every single one of my YouTube videos, I try to include.
All right, before we start this though, before I go into a deep dive of YouTube analytics, let me grab a water real quick, my friends, and take my coffee cup and plate from lunch back into the kitchen. So give me like 2-3 minutes, and then I think we're gonna learn some YouTube analytical stuff. So if you're a YouTuber, Finish says that's another thing, man. What? All right, guys. Sorry about that. I started getting my water and all that shit, and then all of a sudden I decided I needed to poop. All right, let me see. Shay says, Kodesh says, that's another thing, man. Shay says, I stay for all 8 hours. We're a very good company, so if we aren't out working on the call, we are in the shop training and learning new stuff. Very cool. Kodesh says, I want to redo my video space. ... I want to reposition it all. I need a blank wall behind me to display fan art, figures, minis, lights, etc. Right now, it's just boring, lol. I got some cool octagon square pads for Christmas as well and have not put them up. Oh, sound pads. Not square. Octagon sound pads. Chase says, also realized I should probably be here to get the most interaction with the guys. Actually, most people were on Twitch. But fair. Oh, did my camera freeze? Oh, no, we're good. I thought my camera was frozen for some reason. All right. Reload this shit here. Hello? Okay, that's just not working today. Fair.
Incorporate my analytics. And you guys have obviously seen that in several of my videos in the past, but one thing that I've noticed is that I do not actually have a complete guide to YouTube analytics on my channel. Sure, I've talked about how to read your YouTube monetization analytics or YouTube revenue analytics. I've shared 3 things you need to pay attention to, as well as how you can use your analytics to really grow your YouTube channel. But just as a whole, like in general, how do you really read your YouTube analytics? And the other reason why I want to film this YouTube video is because YouTube recently changed their analytic platform, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, especially if you are using the new YouTube Creator Studio, and if you are not, this is the direction that they're going, guys. They're gonna remove the old one, so make sure that you are using the new one. But even within that, they just changed the layout of it, so I had to kind of relearn it, figure out what I'm going to share with you guys in this video, and I now feel like I have a good handle on what's going on, so I'm ready to teach you guys how to read your YouTube analytics. Now, before I really start my screen recording, I just want to say that I am teaching you this with the thought that you are not going to abuse it. And this is something that honestly you may not even realize, but even last night I received a DM from someone asking if I ever thought about giving up, and they're really struggling and they're just not sure what to do, if they should continue pushing forward. And one thing that I said to them is, you need to make sure you're not putting your value, your worth into your numbers and your success. Guys, I wouldn't be where I am today if I took a look at my analytics every single day and I was waiting for views and I was waiting to hit certain numbers. Yes, I do believe in looking at your YouTube analytics, and I really do think that it can help to scale your YouTube channel. But when you are just getting started, please fall in love with the process and just enjoy creating your videos. If you have a passion for it, that's going to come off in your YouTube videos, and really that's going to create a bigger success for you. Like, you know, your audience is actually going to see that. There are 2 ways that you can read your
Cody said, just made the grossest looking thing for lunch. Wish me lunch. Good lunch. That I've purchased from artists in my office and in my living room that are oil paintings or drawings or whatever, period. I also have digital art that I can show proof of ownership that I own, that I can put in my VR house, for example. He says, "Hello, it's a frozen meal like normal, but it has artichokes." Ooh, I don't know if I've ever had artichokes.
First one is probably the most common, and you actually have an analytic tab within the Creator Studio, and that just shows you your analytics for your channel as a whole. Now, that is pretty broad, and you can get as specific as you want, but that really just shows your whole entire channel. Compared to if you go within each individual video, you can see just the analytics for that one video. So I'm going to walk you through both ways, but we're going to start with your YouTube channel as a whole, how you can read your analytics. When you log into your Creator Studio, this is the dashboard right here, which is actually a great place to get started with your analytics. If you just want the bare basics, you don't want to dive deep into it, this is a good place to look, especially because they just changed this. So you can see your summary over the last 28 days, what your views look like, what your watch time looks like, as well as what your revenue looks like. And it also,
as I said in the stream, I'm not a big FPS player, but it was good having you in the stream, and I hope to see you again. It says, who you chatting with? I was just responding to YouTube comments. I feel like my prediction says, hey, those look like my channel. Let's fucking go. What, the watch time and stuff? And the, oh, dude, it is kind of similar to your.
shares what videos have been the most successful within the last 48 hours. So if you just want like bare bones, you don't really want to dive deep into your analytics, this is not a bad spot to look. Also, it shares obviously your subscriber count right there. Over here on the left-hand side, this is another box that I've shared before and something that I really enjoy using, and it just compares your most recent 10 videos to each other and it kind of ranks them. So what ones performed the best in terms of views, what does the view duration look like, as well as watch time. It just really gives you a good idea of what topics are performing well for you, as well as if you're trying out different uploading days or different times for uploading, this can also give you a good idea of what videos are actually performing compared to others. So this is again a great spot if you just want basics, like you do not want to dive into the nitty-gritty.
He says, do you think I will ever get rid of the uncomfortability and actually consider YouTube full time? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. I do. Probably after you're making enough that you're like, oh shit, it doesn't even matter if it drops 50%, I'd be fine. And then probably at that point you'll do it.
Now, really what I want to share with you guys is over here on the left-hand side, if we click on the analytics option, this is going to bring you to the new, just lovely, I'm not too happy with this change that they've done. I thought it was so much easier to read beforehand, and I was just really content with the way that it was before, but they changed it, they added this wordage here, and I just think it takes up too much room, and I sent them feedback with my thoughts on it because I'm hoping that they can kind of change it and just make it a bit more informative. So what I really recommend that you guys do is right up top here where you can change the time frame. I like to look at the last 28 days because that gives me a pretty good representation.
Wait, I'm missing what she's talking about.
Time frame a bit more informative. So what I really recommend that you guys do is right up top here where you can change the time frame. I like to look at the last 28 days because that gives me a pretty with my thoughts. It was so much compared to others. So this is again a great spot if you just want basic.
Jason says, I just wonder if the feeling will ever go away or if I'm just going to have to just do it and dive. No, I think it'll go away when you're making enough that even if you were to lose 50%, you would still be making enough. And I think then you'll be like, okay, I'm making enough.
It's like you do not want to dive into the nitty gritty. This is where you want to go. Now, really what I want to share with you guys is over here on the left-hand side, if we click on the analytics.
What you're probably struggling with is you don't want to be at your normal job anymore. And so you're thinking like, oh, maybe I'm just too scared to quit. No, you know it's not the right time. So you haven't yet.
Option.
Trust your gut.
This is going to bring you to the new, just lovely, I'm not too happy with this change that they've done. I thought it was so much easier to read beforehand, and I was just really content with the way that it was before, but they changed it, they added this wordage here, and I just think it takes up too much room, and I sent them feedback with my thoughts on it because I'm hoping that they can kind of change it and just make it a bit more informative. So what I really recommend that you guys do is right up top here where you can change the time frame. I like to look at the last 28 days because that gives me a pretty pretty good representation of what's just been going on over the past month and what my views really look like. So again, if you don't want to dive into the nitty gritty of this is an easy way to see, okay, on this day I had 32,000 views compared to this day I had 25,000 views. So it's just really easy to see kind of.
Cody says, yeah, valid for me right now. It's just waiting to see my average numbers. Because he says, for me right now, it's just waiting to see my average numbers. But yeah, I'm a little scared on the stability at my day job and leaving that. Yeah, I don't blame you. You'll know when. You'll know when's the time.
What's going on day by day, as well as if you notice that there's a big spike in your views. So like there's a spike here.
Ren says, good morning. Good morning, Ren.
Those are uploaded